what are the mails that you send to your warm audience, to your cold audience, and what you send to your hot audience? In this one video, we are going to talk about 4-step structure of your, was the topic? 4-step structure of your email sequence for your audience. Now, audience is that nutshell. We are going to put 3 different categories: cold, warm, and hot, and we are going to sum up like what do you send them, not what do you send them. How do you structure the email? Like if you have to send like 10 emails, what has to be the structure of each email that you're going to send? We're going to talk about that. Thank you so much for joining in this one video. We're going to talk about the topic that you just saw, the thumbnail, the headline, as well as what I said. So we're going to talk about 4 things. Step number 1 is you say them hi and hello. What I do is it's like YOLO, and that has been my personal brand since like more than 2 years now. And whenever I meet someone, it's just like, hey, hi, what's up? It's like that's the tone that I speak to even people. Like when someone is getting over a call, it's like, hey, what's up? I do also all those things. So the first step is you welcome them. The first step is the hi hello. It's like literally first step 1 is hi hello. So you tell them hi hello. It's like, okay, what's up, what's happening, how's the climate over there? Like be it anyone, be it your cold audience, warm audience, or hot audience. When you open an email, not the subject line we're talking about the body of the mail. When you open it very casually, what happens is they tend to continue reading what you have to say. They tend to, because they have already maybe heard you in an advertisement, they have seen your advertisement, they have seen your YouTube video, they have heard your podcast, they have seen someone else talking about you, so they know exactly how you speak. They know exactly what your expression is like. What's up? You do that, they get to see, okay, fine. They get to get attuned with the tune that you're speaking with. One of the things that someone has said me way back, I don't know who said this, but then that's something that I do. If you want to read a new book from a new author, you have no idea. For example, Russell Brunson. If you haven't read his book and you intend to reading that guy's book, you don't know the language he uses, you don't know the vocabulary he uses, you don't know the expression he makes when he says a certain number, any word that he's going to say. So the best way to start reading a new book from a new author that you never came across is go on YouTube, search for that author, watch few of his videos and listen to how he's saying, listen to what words he's using, listen to how he is delivering a piece of content like TEDx speaking or whatever that is. When you listen and then when you read, that both gets connected, and when you're not reading it, you can visualize how he's saying, you can visualize how he's speaking, you can visualize if he's cracking a joke, how does he crack a joke. So you kind of getting in alignment with the way that person is speaking. So when you open a conversation, hi, hello, however you're doing it, open it very casually, people get to get the attention, just like, because either there are people who are marketing geeks, they just want to sell you something, or there are people, they're just people selling all the time. One way, even if they get emails into a primary box or a promotional box, you'll easily be able to see that someone is just selling you something. They are not opening a conversation. They're always opening a conversation. Hey, what's up? Okay, buy this, do this, that. If you're not opening a conversation with a casual way, you don't read it for yourself. So you want your audience to read it. So opening something with not being very formal, being very casual, like be as casual as you want. Step number 2. Now every email has to be attached to a content that you've created, attached to an asset that you have created, say a YouTube or a podcast. Okay, we do that direction so that emails in general are boring. Nobody gets to read the email. So you have to attach that either with a podcast or with a YouTube video that you've created. So the step number 2 is when you are linking it with any video that you want to link it with, like you're sending, okay, this is what I've created, can you go and watch that? Instead of doing that, what inspired you to make that video? What motivated you to make that video? What were the challenges that either you were facing or you have seen someone else face that made you create that piece of content that you've created? That made you create that asset that you went out and created for you. This one video that I'm creating, 4-step 6 structure of your audience email sequence, is something that I've created because I did not had this knowledge when I started off my journey. So if you are new to this one And I don't want you to struggle. It's like, what has to be the first mail that goes, what has to be the second mail that goes, what has to be the structure of an email, how do you open the close, how do you open the email, how do you close it. I don't have all this knowledge. I don't even know where to look at. So these videos, that is an inspiration. Those are the struggles that I've been through that made me create this video. So whenever you're creating any piece of content and linking with an email, what happens, and talking about it, it's like, what inspired you? You're blending a content piece, an asset that you've created, any piece of content, anything. Why did you buy this thing? Why did I buy this thing? Why did I get so many signatures while I was editing? Like, when you say the reason behind when you do something, they tend to read it, and when they tend to read it, if they are getting aligned to it, they're going to go ahead and watch that. Step number 2 is what inspired you to create that one piece of content that you're talking about. Step number 2. Step number 3 of the whole structure is now have a call to action. Now, the whole idea of an email sequence is for the members to get converted. 1, to transform their lives, to make their transaction, and to help them achieve something. In short, you want them to watch a video so that the credibility goes up. That way they are going to attend your webinar, and towards the end they get inside your community. So that's the behind the scenes goal of you. Now if you see, when you are linking a video, and the third step is when you're linking them to a call to action, now they click on the call to action within that mail and they go end up watching a video. If they are very happy watching the video, if they're learning something, if they're very eager to get inside your community, you don't have to bring them to your webinar. You don't have to make your webinar an obstacle for them. Now that they're already interested, leave links to your community. Leave links to your courses immediately. You might have an offer, you might not have an offer. What happens is, once you have the link over there, you might have an automated sale you might not even know about. You might be sleeping and you might be making money from that one link that you've pasted. So third step is have a call to action within the mail. Push them into a podcast or a YouTube video where they get to watch the whole thing, and leave in the description box your email, your links to your courses, to your community, so that they get inspired, they click that, they can make the conversion, and when you wake up, you're like, ding, you're like, okay, money's here. Automation works on proper precise automation. Step number 4 is, how do you close a mail? This is something that I've started doing recently, which is making a lot of sense to me and very practical. This is something that I've learned from so many people that I've been following in terms who are great at doing marketing and stuff. They are also doing something like this. Step number 4, close your mail with links. What do I mean by that? Close your mail, every mail, close your every mail with the next logical links for them. In links, what do we have is, make sure that you have a free group, say free Facebook group, free WhatsApp group, free WhatsApp group, Telegram, whatever that is. Have a link for that. Have one group link that's free. Not like, don't bring them to all the places. Just have like a standard, like, okay, every mail is going to have one standard group that I'm going to say, like, I want people to getting inside to my Facebook group or my Telegram group. That's all. It's like you have to have this one group where you're pushing people all the time. Like, first one, bring them to a group. Second one, now I don't know, but I don't think you'll have this second point as in ready when you start off the journey, but over a period of time you will be creating a mini course. You will be creating a crash course. Now for me, mini courses and crash courses are something like there are like more than 120 videos on YouTube by the day I'm recording now. Not on YouTube, but then already edited and to be published in next 1 week. They will be crossing more than 120 videos already. Probably have crossed already 100 videos by 18th of April right now. What happened is, I made an upsell and a downsell of the whole thing. Now there are assorted videos are across the channel. What do I have to do? I have to put them into structure and push them as a content. So business checklist, if you haven't seen that course, business checklist is the course that I've created for like 25 business checklists you need to have. Like, so I've created, like, I've kind of listed out 25 pieces of content that I've created on YouTube, like linked it all together, made that as a course, and given you as like a mini course and crash course so that you can consume it. So point number 1 is having a free course, free group. Second link that you said is, okay, now that you are reading this mail, if you haven't already watched my mini course, go ahead and watch this mini course. It's just the value of Netflix, like 199 rupees. Go ahead and watch that. So you can have that as well. Third one is I have always linked my mails to window shopping. What is window shopping for me? A link that brings them back to the free resource guide that you already have of YouTube channel. Everything is free over there. There are going to be upsells over a period of time. There are going to be downsells over a period of time. But then that channel in itself, when you're doing like a video a day, 2 videos a day, 5 videos a day and publishing content, you are not publishing content, you are publishing assets. When you're creating assets, it's going to help them. They just have to consume it, learn from it. I have lost so much of weight just by watching the videos on YouTube from this guy called Bully Juice, the Darren William someone. He sells things on the back end, but then on the front end, if you want to consume content from him, he has made transformation in my own physical fitness, like to physical fitness to different level altogether. Now he has been creating assets. If I just watch all those videos in sequence, I have to do the hard work. I don't want to pay, but I'm willing to do the hard work. So it's like, okay, I watched this video today, then that video, then that video, then that video, then that video. I have to do window shopping and pick and choose, line everything and do it. But am I getting results? Oh yes, I'm getting results. So when you have content assets on your YouTube channel for free, people are going to get results. People are going to get transformed in their own lives. Your credibility is going to go so high, and eventually they are going to buy a level 1, then level 2, level 3, level 4. We are going to have influx amount of money over a period of time. But it happens with time. So 4-step structure is step number 1 is hi, hello, very casually. Step number 2 is what inspired you to create that one specific video. Step number 3 is having a call to action, sending them to YouTube and having links of your community within the description box so that they get inside the community even while you're sleeping. They might not get, they might as well get. Like, there are 2 possibilities. Fourth one, close the email with the next logical steps that you've got, like the free group, the mini course, window shopping, and you can have like, okay, attend this, attend that. You can have like 3 to 5, restricted to 3 to 4 links, Don't go beyond that, because they will not do anything if you ask them to do so many more things, just like you and me, right? If I ask you to do like 4 things, you're not going to do 1 thing at all. If you ask me to do like 1 thing, okay, I'm going to do that 1 small little thing. That brings us to the conclusion of this one video. Thank you so much for making this one video a part of your day, me a part of your day. I don't know how you're watching it, videos/podcast. I think I'm going to create this in both direction, videos as well as podcast. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in another exciting video. The next video that I'm going to record now is 10-step process of writing emails. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a long one, 10-step. Okay, thank you so much. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Anyways, bye. سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا